Black Westchester Magazine, Westchester Correction Association, Blacks in Law Enforcement America, Save Mount Vernon, the Westchester County Black Political Conference, and the Westpac Foundation is sponsoring a rally, social distance rally, honoring families who lost children to gun violence. The goal is Black lives must matter to Black people first. We could talk about Black lives mattering to everybody else, but we also must have this conversation about Black lives mattering to Black people first to address the crime and violence and this rise in gun violence in the communities. We're not going to fall to the fake narrative saying, well, because you're trying to defund the police or you attacking the police on being accountable, this is why the crime and violence. No, crime and violence is created by poverty. And let's be honest, police don't show up until after the crime is done. They are a reactionary institution. They are not a proactive institution, because if they were, we wouldn't still see so much influx of illegal guns in a state that has one of the toughest gun laws in America. So, but we're saying that we want to honor these families and we want to talk about what we need to do, because if we're talking about defunding the police, we must talk about investing in families, investing in social programs, investing in after school programs, investing in education, investing in all these institutions that have failed, that have created poverty, which creates crime and violence. So once we started really addressing these issues, then we could stop crime and violence in communities, and we can eradicate poverty, because that's our main goal. And we have to have family support. We have to do all these things, right? So now we're at the crossroads, and we want to talk about the funding, but we also want to talk about reinvesting in families, reinvesting in communities, especially the communities that are in need. So that's the conversation. And people don't get scared when we talk about Black people, Black lives must matter to Black people first. It should, right? So, Jesus said, what? You can't love a person that you've never seen, and you hate your brother and sister that you see every day, right? So we're sitting there telling white people Black lives should matter, but they're not in our community. Most of them, they're not in the community. So we can't tell them Black lives matter, and we don't know who they are, but we rob and steal and beat up elderly people in the people that we see every day, people that look like us. So we have to address that too. Yes, Black lives should matter to white people, but Black lives should also matter to us first.